What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
Alright, we are live. Let's see. Let's see. Hello people, my Genshin community. It's so good to see you guys. And yes, we are back. We are back in Genshin Impact. We will be continuing on with our main quest, our Archon quest, which is the Nightbird Falls at the Curtain's Call. This is obviously Scaramouche's, the demigod's request. It's gonna be cool. At least we get to explore more further into what is actually going on. Obviously I didn't do that quest because it's in tuned for you guys and I don't want to mess with our schedule of obviously uploading. I also did promise you guys that we would be streaming when this banner did come up. As you can see, I only have two flippin' wishes, bro. Like, why is it so difficult just to obtain primo gems? I do not know, but yeah, I do hope you guys are going to enjoy this, because I mean it's been like way too long. I don't even know where to go to the sanctuary of something. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Of course we need to go here, basically inside there, I believe.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay! That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
I'm
Did one of them
confused.
just
What is
mention
going on?
Tatarasuna? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Yeah, still, let's go listen in Paimon.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tatarasuna mystery is all about.
Agreed. Totally. Alright, into the chapter, Act 3. Yoink.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper.
The missing what?
If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
No, I don't. Looking for me.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
Yeah, if you don't believe me, I'll go. This is weird. I don't even know what they're talking about.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Examining the
So
evidence.
what? For the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking.
Huh.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see.
Sorry, can't help this time. Yeah, this is very, very weird.
My
I don't know
teacher
what they're
chose
talking
this
about.
area
Chat,
of
do you know?
research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive or a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart
I
from
think
the
I have
sword
the
maker,
blueprints
his
of that.
servant, and the
Yes,
one
Jalen,
who
it's
wrote
a
this all
Genshin
down,
stream.
the
It's what you
records
wanted,
also
right?
mention a Kabuki Mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Indeed
Yes,
it does.
my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow! Did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
Yes, that's very, very loud in my ears,
This part's
dude.
important. I just
Good,
wanted to
good.
make
What
it
do you mean
stand
good?
out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Oh my
Even back
goodness.
then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
What? Could it be?
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in the story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so
I
on?
do know about Ishin art, yes, that's correct.
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So, basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art.
We have a Kaidahara
Something then
person.
seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Kazuha.
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Yeah, wait, what? There's more?
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabukimono was not a human, but a puppet.
What? A puppet? What the heck?
A puppet?
The Shogun puppet that the Electro Archon made. The Kabukimono to be the Battlefield. Yeah, there it is.
Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
It's the Balladeer. Glare Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut. Yeah.
No! Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about.
What is this
Please,
dude
take a
on?
look.
Is he on some crack? Dude, we know this. We do know this. Like, come on. Okay, you guys can read that. You probably already invested in reading this, or you don't even care. But there is a large amount of lore in this novel that I am not going to read, just for the sake of this live stream. Like, there's a lot of dialogue, but I am moving the scroll as slow as possible, so that if you do want to read this at your own pace, you're more than welcome. I know some people are into the
Oh,
lore.
and please read my
So,
essay draft
yeah.
as well.
Ooh, woo, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Why is there so many? Like, bro, why? Why so much? Why so much reading? Can you please explain? Why? And I mean, most of these look very, very complex. Wait, this explains the body. Like, how they structured his body. What? I'm just like reading a bit, but not too much. I'm just taking players of big words, and then I can really figure out. Something. Okay, so he's part of the Inazuma folklores. Okay. Nobody really knew who the puppet was. It was just there. Something. Okay. Yeah, they really didn't have a lot of background. So that means all the information about Scaramouche was scrubbed.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Please, no.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Yeah, that's not good. You're just making up shit, and that just might cause conflict in the future.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
Sure thing. You do that. I'll leave you to it.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
Yes, you enjoy.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know.
No,
Thanks
I
so
won't.
much.
I won't. Don't count on it. Don't count on it, buddy. Goodbye.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes, indefinitely.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
Of course it is. He's a demigod
If you
crying
ask
out loud.
Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
There's no point in what? You stalling. The balladeer. What's wrong?
Hey,
What is wrong?
did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
The balladeer. Let's just go after him already.
Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Thank you. Can we kick his ass again? I mean, I did it once. I died with Venti, but we can do it again. We have to do it again. But, like, we don't have a choice. We have to whoop his ass again. He's a bad boy. Bad boy. Very bad. I don't know what you guys have to say about that, but to me, he's still part of the Fatui, or the Harbingers. I think he has some sort of plot. I don't know. I haven't continued, nor have I seen any sneak peeks of this, like, game further into this thing. So I don't know. He's just Nahida talking to Nahida. How nice. Small person talking to small person.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Why are you overreacting every time?
Sure enough, you're here.
Scaramouche.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain.
Go on.
It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Say what now?
A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
Why?
What did you
Why?
expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
No.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
More like subdue, my friend.
Flatter yourself.
I like
At
Scaramouche,
least
and I hate Nahida. Why?
Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Why do you hate Nahida? Please
so
elaborate
if
on
it were
that.
up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Buddy, do not get me started. I'll bitch slap you onto the floor.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
Why is Nahida bad? Please
It's
tell
not
me.
every day you see
I need
people
to know.
questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes.
One in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
What do you mean by that?
The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets.
I would like to get that
Being stuck
information.
here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore?
I
No.
take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So he tossed you out like trash. Get tossed out like trash, bro. You lost against the Traveler. You're no longer among us. Get the fuck out of our group. Ish. They just kicked him out like nothing, bro. Like, what the heck?
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Really? What a crying shame. Why is the Traveler so sarcastic now all of a sudden with this dude? Like, what?
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why
Did
not
she
join
just say
forces
what I
with
think
us?
she just said?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously. Nahida, don't listen to him.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Rosalina.
Are you serious about this?
Rosalina.
Yes. I have my
I'm
reasons
sorry
for
to say
this
I
decision.
don't. Sorry.
In fact,
Rosalina.
I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
Did we do co-op? If we did co-op, I should remember your name. Like, oh, there it is, Trashy Girl. Trashy Girl, it's been way too long. What the heck, man? Where have you been? Oh my goodness. It's been way too long. It's so good to see you in chat again. You popping out of nowhere like nothing.
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect.
Oh.
The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
Yeah, what if he lies to you? Remember, he's not really trustworthy. Why are you hating on Nahida? Ooh, why are you why are you hating on Nahida? She's adorable. She's adorable. Leave her alone.
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back.
You know, she's cute. She's
And
cute as hell.
Traveler,
She's like a little kid
I know what
that
your
you're just gonna
heart
pet all
desires
day.
most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark.
Nahida
Searching
ugly.
for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer.
Why?
But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Cool. We going on an adventure. Rosalita, by the way, I got to go. Bye. Everyone, have an amazing day. You too, Rosalina. You too. I hope to see you again. Please, and by all means, do come back. I do miss you. It's been way too long. Your conversations are always very fun, so do come back. And if you don't mind, before you leave, do drop a like on the video. Always nice to see the likes come in. Thank you. Yes, this is going to be very good. We're going on an adventure, guys. We're going on an adventure, even though I don't like the guy, the Balladeer dude.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero.
I am.
You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection.
Not
In fact,
really.
I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Okay, got it.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Cool. I'm ready. Just so, by the way, like, we use Nahida. She said she wouldn't hurt a single living creature. Like, we use her as a character in Genshin Impact, and we hurt a lot of things, including the Fatui, the Helitrolls. We literally
Pretty
hurt
different here compared to
everything.
last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Sumeru is at peace. I do love this. Look at the color ratio, bro. It looks so good. I mean, can we zoom? No, we can't. We can't even zoom out. What the heck? Dude, can we take a picture? No, we can't even take a picture. Damn. Bro, it's so beautiful. What the heck? Look at that. That gold and white, and then there's a touch of light blue and purple combination. It's so beautiful, bro. The color ratio is just amazing.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Really? Come on. Dude, chill. Just chill, bro. Just chill. We're on a mission. Stick to the basics. Naida sent me to babysit you. Yeah.
You beat Jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Oh,
Sounds
do
like
not
a
let
successful
me.
rendezvous. I need
Come
to be
on.
quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru.
Okay.
Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through.
You just
I know
spelled
there are
his
many
name wrong.
grievances between you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Okay, that's just a whole bundle of information that just smacked into my face. Nahida, please do not do that. My brain is too tiny. It's not like yours with infinite knowledge of 400 to 500 years.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we?
See, that's how
We
you
are
spell
gonna
his
be
name,
traveling
not
together
with a
after
T.
all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Oh, wow.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going.
Technically,
Or did you need some
Paimon...
time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh.
Technically,
the
he's
snark on
not
this
wrong.
guy. It's unbearable.
Like, if you think about it, right? The Iron Shogun built him about, say, 400 years ago. So he's got more battle experience, more knowledge of any of the standard adventurers that we have today. Nahida, Klee, Diona, Chi-Chi, Yao, Dory. They all... Really? Are they that bad for you? I mean, Nahida's good if you have a lot of EM. Klee is also good. She is very good with what is it? Xingqiu and what's the other lady with a bow? Like, you literally have a full auto pistol, what can I say, full auto team that just constantly deals damage, vaporization damage. Diona is okay. I mean, she's got a shield and she can heal, so I mean, that's like a win. Chi-Chi sucks though, you are right. Chi-Chi does suck. Chi-Chi sucks balls. Yao needs a whole rework in her kit. I mean, like, the stupid little bunny just shoots out Dendro to wherever, and when you're low HP, it will just shoot at you, but not as fast as you want it to do. Dory is... she's a meh. She's more like in between, same as well as Chi-Chi, I guess. I haven't seen a lot of people use her, so I can't say. Focus on doing a job.
We can start now.
Yeah,
Irminsul
let's go.
access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Yeah, let's go. But you're not wrong. I mean, I still take Nahida and Klee any day. Diona, I need to work with Diona. If you don't have a sacrificial bow, or if you don't have the proper kit for her, then she's actually worthless. I mean, she's still got the shield and the healing ability, but other than that, she's still cryo, and cryo you need a hydro in order to
So
be
this
very
is the
effective.
inside of Irminsul.
But the rest, nah, the rest is like Chi-Chi, Yao, and Dory. No, thank you. The first three I'll take, yes. Oh, come on. It's not that bad. I don't know why you're doing that. It's not that bad. It's different than what I imagined. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh wow!
I've never seen
A
anything
blue
like
tree
this.
that we saw in
And
the
it
trailer.
feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Can we fight
Why
monsters?
is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Again, can we just fight monsters? Scaramouche, can we play
Lesser
with you?
Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Can we take pictures?
So, say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
You will get lost.
What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Can we fight monsters? That's the big question. On our way to there, at least. Please. Just, like, on our way. What is that? What is that? Can we pick it up?
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Why? Locations changed. Looks like we're being separated. Wait, what? What do you mean we're being separated? Kill Naida. No, I will never do that.
It looks the same in every direction.
This page is indeed unusual. I can't read that fast, Mahoyo.
No wonder you mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again?
Yes,
Well,
yes he
what
is.
it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Can I please just fight something?
We're here.
What a huge tree!
The center of them, so all information on the world
Lesser
is
Lord
flowing through it.
Kusanali.
Yeah.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Ready
Please
when
tell me
you
we're
are.
gonna fight. I wanna bite.
Then
I
please
wanna
begin.
bite something.
Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Paimon, can you please? He hasn't put up any resistance, and it seems like good. Okay. First, now.
The
First
rest is
strange
up
individual.
to you.
Yeah.
If you discover anything at all,
Stop saying
make sure
his
to
name
share it with us.
incorrectly. Ooh, please.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Is this a telepathic conversation? Yeah.
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Oh my goodness.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer. Yeah.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great!
I have.
So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for
As
others.
I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day
Bro,
to me,
seriously?
but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Oh. Is it about these past, the betrayals, and other events in
done.
Inazuma?
Smart and attentive as always.
Well, it's... actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into... Wait, what? I couldn't read it farts.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Paladin into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatara Suna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Suna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Yep, that's what
Oh?
we're going along
How
with.
interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must
Wait,
be a
what?
riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the
I'm
good
also
ones happen when I'm
confused.
not involved.
I'm left with more questions than answers.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential. Yeah, well, yeah.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Oh, wow.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Oh, come on. I'm gonna punch you in the face, dude. Every conversation, my tongue. Every conversation with you is hard work. But your attitude is better than I thought, yeah.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
What have you found?
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Oh,
Hey,
wait.
don't you
What?
forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Show me.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
That name, Newa, was the main, plus it belongs to something. I can't read that fast. Mahoyo.
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy.
Oh, wow.
Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes,
you?
well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own.
I don't
At
know
least
who
not
this
on
guy
the same
is.
timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
Who are you?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to
Who are these
speculate.
people?
And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
I want to smack this guy.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
He's from Fontaine.
Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't
He's
you
gonna
have
kill
all
him.
your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
I knew it. I knew it.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
I knew it.
You...
I knew it. I called it.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey
He's an
from
assassin
Inazuma to
from
Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all.
Wait, what?
And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
What the fuck?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human.
Oh my
God.
god.
You're just missing a heart.
Oh wow.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out.
Nahida Strange? What?
This makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance.
That's my favorite word.
This is all
Patience
part of
is
a
a virtue.
carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
Oh my god, no.
Fatui? Who?
What?
What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
Look how old he
it.
looks here.
That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
Oh my
Make no
goodness.
mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for
I like
befriending
Hutao
one
in
who
you.
is not of our kind?
Thank you? Oh, sorry. You should have just put
If you give him
you
my
liked Hutao. Okay.
Tell him
I like let me just
Nagamasa
see here.
and I
That's a very difficult one.
see him
I like 2 waifus.
one of
Maybe
us.
even more.
He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just
It's
wants
gonna
to
have to be
use other
Raiden
people.
Shogun and Eula. It's between those
The
two.
only
Those
ones
two are very strong.
think
Like I
like
can't
that.
deny them.
Are people like you.
Oh no,
What a
Niwa.
beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity.
You stabbed him in the back. What did you expect, you idiot?
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was.
He can shapeshift?
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Oh, I'm so gonna enjoy punching your face.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
It was the Torre they killed your best friend.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
Yes, I'm afraid so. He was the one behind the Tsurusomi. Yeah, he was the one.
But why do we see things from his perspective?
Because the other guy's
When I
dead.
touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
This betrayal was a lie that he believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the... Yeah. If the betrayal never ended... But wait, that's just leaving.
Give him some space.
Children
He looks
characters
really
bad.
mad.
What do you mean the
Paimon
children
doesn't
characters
want
are
to be anywhere
bad?
near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
The bro's
I'm
gonna...
so confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the
prove
events
himself,
you just
yeah.
saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man? That's terrible.
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind the decision. Can you not? Oh my goodness, but it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right
Yes.
decision.
Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Yeah, no, that was heavy, bro. That's a heavy murder. Like, I don't know what to say.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
I'm playing Genshin.
Are you
Impact
worried
2.
about me?
Okay, cool.
If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
Wait, what? We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan. Who says, but I'm level 11. That's... Are you new to Genshin?
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
Let him do his thing,
But
Paimon.
unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Not necessarily. Not unexpected, but still thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world.
Wait,
Plus,
what?
she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
I'm confused as
The Jester
well.
told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for a time.
Wait, what? How do you know this? Just because he told you? You can't believe everything another Harbinger says.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
He's planning something.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Sure. Okay, what do you want?
Give me your hand.
Hmm? Why? You weird, dude. You sus.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Wait, what? I don't think so. Wait, why would you ask that?
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me.
Wait, that look, did he see me hesitate? But... Oh, I think...
So long.
Wait, what?
I suggest you get yourselves out of
Wait,
here
what?
quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Paladier's
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Oh no.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
He's gonna reverse time.
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey! Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
Yeah.
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
You do know that that causes chaos theory, right? Going back in time.
He disappeared! Come on, we gotta find him somehow!
How are we supposed to go back in time? We don't have that ability.
Oh no, he's really gone!
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, yes we can.
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out!
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Okay. You do realize that this is gonna cause chaos theory. He goes back in time, changes the one event, it creates a nexus point in the timeline, which then leads to an alternate timeline that's gonna be unstable, that can fracture, or another event can cause that previous event that has occurred in the original timeline to be, like, how do I say, like, it's just messed up, bro. Come on, Ubu, really? You gotta be kidding me. You still on that?
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
Is there anything I can do? Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice is gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Paimon doesn't remember Great Lord Rukadavata, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full and truth. I'll skip the part about Great Rukadavata for now and focus on the Balladeer.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible!
It's not easy, that's for sure. Wait, so that means it is possible?
Right! You can't just rewrite history! All that stuff happened already in real life! It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck
Not a great example. I don't know why my character, or the traveler, is saying great example. That's not a great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Ooh, Paimon's so confused.
No, I don't think he's gonna erase himself from history. That's not what we're looking at here. He's definitely, if anybody had the ability to go back in time, it's definitely either to save a loved one or change a, how can I say, a traumatic past. Like something that really went wrong in the past in order to make that thing work out for that individual. But again, it would just create a nexus point in the timeline, an alternate timeline, and in that timeline, again, it's very fragile. It can fracture at any time, and it could literally break the original timeline. Or when they try to collide at some point again, it will just fracture. We won't be able to determine between reality and what is not there or not supposed to be there. Yeah, what the heck?
Sorry, Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Yeah, like, it's there's, okay, science is still busy figuring this out, even to go back into time. Like, I'm not a scientist, but I can figure some things out because of everything that we know from movies and here and there theories going around, especially on the internet, and even AI giving us some accurate, maybe here and there, math equations that we can work out. But still, I'm also guessing here.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to.
My
and
brain
it's still
is
not
overheating.
Working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
That's also the other thing. Indeed, if the Paladin does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma... Oh, come on! Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
It is possible, if you do go back in time, you create a nexus point where you don't exist. And then... But then at the end, if you do not exist, you doing that disturbance and you don't exist, the timeline would originally just create an infinite loop. So basically you creating a shadow remnant basically of yourself. A shadow remnant is like Flashpoint. When the Flash went back into the time, and then you just created another like mirage of himself, but you're destroying that mirage in order to create the one version of yourself to succeed, and then the timeline would just like reset, go back into that original timeline. Like, what the fuck, bro? This is so complicated.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just punch you in the face and you lie on the floor and then we call it a night. How about that?
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things?
No.
If that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. cream stew, sauteed matsutake, and
Really?
Korean chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying salad. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and
It's already started. He literally changed the time. Yeah. What is wrong?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the situation with the balladeer. No, you started listing the food, yeah.
The balladeer? Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name though.
Wait, only the traveler can remember? Oh, that's because we're not from this world. Palmer doesn't remember that means he actually pulled it off, yeah. But how did he have that ability? This doesn't make any sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing. Yeah, this is like I said.
So, the
That's
balladeer.
weird.
Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
No, he just created a nexus point. And only people that is not originated from the world can remember. So that means the other three descenders that is not from this world can remember what is supposed to be original and what is not original. So wherever they are in this Tibet world, they gonna know what's up. And since we know what's up, it's literally gonna be fucked. This is really happening. I know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I wanna go back to Inazuma. Yeah.
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Yeah, now's not the time to explain. Does that mean we get to see a new island? I mean, he's gonna have to reset the timeline eventually. Let me just check. No, the blades and stuff is still there from the Raiden Shogun. The snake head is still... Yeah, the snake head is still there. Like, here's the island. I don't see any changes. Nothing. Weird. But okay, let's go. Maybe we just need to actually first arrive in Inazuma, do that small little bit of cutscene, and maybe the map will change. Maybe. Again, we're in a nexus point, a timeline that shouldn't actually exist. So, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Since we're in Inazuma, Raiden Shogun. Wait. Does that also mean that the Kaidahara arts is also back? I've got so many questions.
We've made it to Amanuma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gakudo, could you tell me the story one more time?
No. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. the art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art.
No.
Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Yes, I remember that.
Oh yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too. It seems like such a shame.
But he's supposed to be a wanderer, not a blacksmith. No, he changed the timeline and ruined somebody else's. No, no. What was the reason behind their decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokunen, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
Whoa.
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa,
Oh my
though
goodness.
he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent-up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan which he belonged to.
Oh wow.
His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones. under the dire circumstances.
The legend of the Riding Gokunen has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmith. It looks like the Valadier did something in Omen's War, but it seems...
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
Phew, that so he still exists. And feared last night. That's all, thank you very much. Yeah, this is like I said, the Nexus Point timeline shouldn't exist. When you go back in time and you change one thing or alter one thing, you create a new timeline, and that timeline is very fragile. You can disturb a whole line of events just from that one point.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon.
Oh, please.
On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
Alright, where are we going? 500 meters. That means it's by the Kamisato clan. Yeah. I figured as much. I know Inazuma so well. I actually want to live in Inazuma. That place is so good. Like, if you think about it logically, who wouldn't? I mean, you get to speak to the wonderful young lady to do something.
This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while.
Hello there.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Wait, what? Why?
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you, we'll take it up on that offer, yeah. Can we take a walk in the court? Yeah.
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks!
Cool, cool. We still respected around here?
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
Ma'am, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you. What would you like to know?
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf. As for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although, he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
So,
what do you mean?
Business as usual on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Ayara is still the Yashiro Commissioner. Ayati is still the lady. Wait, what? I was expecting as much, but...
Well,
yeah.
Got any more questions?
That's all for now, many thanks.
You're
I don't know
very
what the heck is going on, but...
In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you. I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
Nyen, I do thank you. I very, very much thank you. But that's kind of sus, bro. She be creeping on me, bro.
I mean it. Whenever the commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins him. I always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away.
Lady, why are you so
opportunity, he always prefers to dine here. They say it's because Toma's a much better chef than most. Oh, the commissioner is so fond of home comforts. They get to talking about you sometimes too, you know. Always with a very fond tone. The way one would talk about dear old friends around whom one can truly be themselves. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. Whenever the whole family gets together and they start talking about people they've met and experiences they've had, you always get a mention.
Why does she sound like she's...
many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away.
Bro, why do you sound like that?
Much has happened in the Kamisato clan in that time. As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter grow up, it makes me
Why
so
are you sounding
happy
like that?
to see them meet a dependable friend whose company they enjoy so much. So, in the future, if you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. There will always be at least one old lady who would be delighted to have the pleasure of your company.
That is heavy sus, bro. What? What? That is heavy sus. What? 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 No, man. No. No. No.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Oh my
Like to hear
goodness.
too. Also, you were saying something about the food here being really great. Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime. Paimon meant we should come pay a visit again real soon. Ideally around dinner time.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Alright, goodbye for now. Where are we going next?
Yeah, we're going to that place. I can't pronounce that.
Great! Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right, then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
Why does she sound like that?
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Bro, she sound like... I'm not gonna lie, that's definitely not a elderly woman speaking as that lady. That is a young person trying to imitate a elderly. That is just so wrong, man. And then to top it off, like, why? Just why? Like, the voice doesn't sound right at all. Like, why? Why do that? That doesn't make any sense. Wait, we know this guy. We did some commission, that stupid thing
Here
for
we
him.
are. But what are we looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Xavier? What are you doing here?
I always called him Xavier.
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Do you know much about... Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand the history of this area?
Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Okay.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Mechanic, huh? Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading to all
Hey!
Yeah.
Weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already!
I am, Paimon. Please do not interrupt my thinking process.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Pretty much. So, can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of a kabuki? Yeah, I'm not connected to that island. Yeah.
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman, for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
So there's no more kabuki mono. Did the Paladin really manage to raise himself from? Yeah. If so, he must have wanted to change the world to revert everything back to the way it was. But so far, it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself. Oh, thank you,
Of course!
Xavier.
Don't mention
They
it.
call him Xavier. I call him Xavier.
We're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh,
Xavier,
you're most
like
welcome.
what?
More than happy to help. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for.
Time to go back and see Lesser Lord Kusanale.
Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you.
Well, we're in a
Keep your
Nexus time
smile,
point.
Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Alright.
Come on, you gotta keep it together. Why don't you grab something to eat? You can't go facing life's challenges on an empty stomach.
I mean,
All
you're
right,
not wrong.
Let's head off and go meet Nahida.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like still though. What the? I was just about to say. I can't select it? What? I mean, this is weird. This is really weird, but it makes sense. The balladeer erased himself from history, basically, because he went back in time. So now it's in this like new timeline that we are in, we don't have the balladeer because it's a Nexus timeline. But at some point the timeline has to converge back into the original timeline in order for it to become a loop. Otherwise it's just gonna become a shattered timeline, and the timeline will break. I mean, there's many theories going around.
It's them!
Akaba! Sawada! You're still here?
Are you still talking about the essay?
Indeed we are! If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
Wait, what?
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatara Suna, huh? Should we join them?
No, please, no. Perfect. These two have researched and so past. Let's hear what they have to say. Okay, wow.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh? Oh, of course.
Wait. We need to go through this again? I mean, some of the stuff probably has changed. But like, why? Obviously this golden piece is the piece that changed.
I presume you'll want to read mine as well? Here.
Oh my goodness. Not you as well. Why? Everything is the same. Everything is the same. Until the gold piece. This piece right here. Oh wow. I'm not gonna still analyze all of this. There's no time. Okay, my travel is looking stupid. The content has changed. Another effect of tampering with this information in Amansel. Yeah. The balladeer said he erased 2 of his names. If he really succeeded.
Well, what do you think?
A masterpiece.
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
What did you find out? Something big?
Not
it's
really.
a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Thank you. We don't need to hear everything.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
We've got some things to take care of. Bye for now. Goodbye.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome. See ya.
You know, sometimes I wish I could
Keep us
just
in the loop if you find out anything else.
Again, I wish I could just punch you guys.
Will do.
I have not fought anything yet. I want to punch something in the face. My UID. It's at the bottom right screen. Why? Why do you ask? Nahida, please tell me something hasn't changed here.
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then he decided he wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation with the balladeer.
The balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name.
It's not a code name. Yeah, she can't remember anything because she's from those worlds.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Even Nahida doesn't remember, just like the last time. Any changes in them will affect her as well. That's because she stems from Irminsul. The balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. Yeah. I'm the only one who still remembers the things. Once again, I'm the record keeper. There's his official title.
Hey, what's wrong?
The record keeper, descender, Aether. That's our original title. It's been proven now. It's literally been proven. We're the record keeper of Tibet. We literally got our final hint. My goodness, finally. Now we just need to know what our abilities are. And why were we asleep for 500 years and can't remember? Or why is our sister still missing? Or our sister is like that? Or why is our sister not one of us a descender? Like, this doesn't make any sense. There are things that have happened that only I can remember. Yeah, I have to tell you the truth. With a heavy heart, you piece back together the story that was broken and scattered across time. There once was one named the Balladeer, created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. After a series of events in Tsunosama, the Balladeer, thinking he had been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength, then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
But how was he even able to do that?
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
Wait.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because, well, because he literally changed the world?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond Teyvat. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect him. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again, yeah. But normally the only person that would be able to remember certain things is the person who did the time traveling himself, because not only are you creating a nexus point, but your own memories with your new life, they'll be merged into one.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
Yeah, I'm really not sure at this point. We were enemies after all. I don't know what the perspective of all of this. So I can't say why did something so extreme. Did you want to reset everything or save someone? Or did you want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to resolve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to do. My tongue. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. Yeah, I hesitated because I witnessed greater Lukravati's own existence, but I can't tell neither that. Why? To put it in another way, I know why the balladeer was so sure it could work, but
Something
I can't
else
tell.
worrying you?
Yeah.
Something that you can't share?
He chose a radical option, and yet...
It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yes.
Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. This story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Yeah, he changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life, or did he wish he never existed at all?
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one.
A memory.
It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Surprising, the information is presented to you, blah blah blah.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
This matches everything I said.
I authored this record myself.
Huh?
Inside Irminsul.
You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the Kabuki Mono in other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the Balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us. The now erased life of the Balladeer.
Facts.
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night, and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. They were different.
Nice.
We solved it!
No, I solved it.
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
I've never had this feeling before. Feels like life is an insignificant. There we go. Thank you, tongue. Thank you. You do work wonders. As a feather. Yeah. Damn. I never thought about it like that.
Sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this
Why are you
guy a whole lot
laughing?
if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much
Why are you
better.
laughing?
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us.
Yeah, where is
So
it
the
now?
answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Well, I do thank you.
Mihita's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
You got it. Come on, Traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk.
Again, where is Scaramouche?
Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
Again, where is the dude? I mean, we clearly do know that he's a playable character. We had his banner, but where is he? That's the thing. Is he lost in time? I don't think he can be lost in time. I mean, theoretically it is possible, but still, he went back in time, created a nexus point. He's probably stuck somewhere. Because, like, I've got questions, bro. Like, you're not leaving. I need answers. Because you might have not just changed one thing, you might have changed countless things. You might have even changed the enemies that I fought during the battle. Just because he created a flippant time difference.
We're here! What should we eat first?
I have no idea. I have a nagging feeling like there's something I'm missing, something important that I'm forgetting. Yeah.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
Sorry, it's just give me a minute. I'm still processing.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Come on, brain. Let's dig this out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It's something about Umasol. Great Lord Rukadavara, forbidden knowledge, Naida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
No. Yes, that is it. Great Lord Rukadavara. She said that no one can erase himself from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she create her own yes, that makes sense. Reincarnation, Lord. There would be no point.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Because we just figured it out. No, I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Greater Lord Rukadavara. But this is a crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the balladeer to completely erase his own existence.
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
It's him!
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That's the balladeer.
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo.
Stop saying
you
it
say
wrong.
You don't want any money
It's
for helping
Scaramouche,
out here,
not Scaramouche.
and then when I actually give you some work to do,
And yes,
you
it is
keep
very sad.
letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsettias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Let's follow him.
Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Why? I want him to see me. Oh, come on. He's gone again, bro. I want to punch him in the face. As you can see, your mama's coming with a slipper. She be hitting you over the head, bro.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say here. What are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel?
Really? Come on. We're not thieves.
Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
If I wasn't seeing this from my own eyes, I would never believe it.
Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
Yeah,
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're right. We were following you.
Have we met before?
Yes. Yes, we have.
No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yes.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. You're a puppet.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take you. Okay, let's go.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
You're a sussy boy.
Oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Alright.
Then let's return to the city.
Let's go, boy. Okay, now we need to go back into the city, which is 100 meters away. And I don't have Sayu on my team for a very good reason. Because she's just a roller coaster with, like, no effectiveness. Hiccups. I'm getting hiccups, and I don't like it.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't... No, you're right.
Okay, you weird, bro.
Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
How does he not remember?
Thank you. Alright, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Thank you. I will be taking you to Nahida. Of course we're gonna go. We're gonna recollect his memories. It's an obvious thing to do. Any dumb person would have thought about that. Aha. Alrighty. And I mean, like, come on. Drinking a cup of coffee while moving the characters. Nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, I think we should be coming close to the end of the quest line. But we didn't fight anything, like, at all. I'm very saddened.
Nahida! Nahida! What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You say that you are trekking across Tevat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Not good.
Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
We're just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
Yo, okay.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect. A cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
Yeah, we were each other's enemies, yeah.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
Long story.
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything! What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the God of Wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
What do you mean by that, Paimon?
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Okay.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Are we gonna fight?
Thank you.
Please say something.
Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
You say prepare ourselves. Enter the memory. We are fighting, but it's all weak people that I can easily destroy. Literally, I will be using the Archons. Literally, the Archons. The Archons will show the way. And you'll all be destroyed. All of you. Like, I wish I could use Kazuha in that situation, but my Kazuha is right now is way too powerful. Like, I mean, he's very strong for sub DPS.
This looks like Inazuma.
It
Right
is.
now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
Cool.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
And now we're just finishing the job.
Alright. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
It is his birthplace.
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners?
No.
No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichio's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face.
Can we go down
Why
here?
couldn't he live a long and happy life?
We're supposed to. This door can open. Since the second vision says we can, but we need to go down here. Hello, opening door. I see a chest in the yonder. And it's all trash. Only raw meat? Are you kidding me, dude?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
No secret chests. There's always a secret chest here somewhere. This game likes to play. Oh my goodness! You son of a... I almost died. Never mind. We will just take some electricity since we are the Electro Archon. My goodness, dude. No hidden chest. Ow! What the heck? Booby traps, dude. The booby traps.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
How are you? I'm okay, I guess. I mean...
Whoa, this is where you were born?
I don't know,
it's
man.
Pretty. But there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick.
Sounds like the child has got TB.
He kept coughing all the time, just
Yep,
like me.
figured as much.
Then Mom started coughing too.
TB is a transmitted disease through
But
viral
you
infection
can't.
of coughing.
You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Tuberculosis.
Hey, what's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Alright, where are we on to next? Oh, the doors have opened! Oh my goodness, more booby traps. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? Why? Like, what? Finally.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying
Hello,
to
people.
win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
More? Eat my order, bitch.
Hey!
Be a killjoy! We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far.
You didn't even survive. That's sad. Hidden chest. I do upload. Like, they didn't even survive my what is it? Can I say almighty push? No. The Godfall. I'm gonna call it the Godfall.
This
Because you
place
can't
is
say it,
dark.
I will have order. Like,
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
I remember this. It was an unsettling place. Yeah.
Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time?
Of course.
Oh, but of course. Even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Which it did.
Surely you're not worried about me.
You did.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Oh wow. You not even there.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
And enter.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Okay, here we go. More fighting?
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests.
Ouch.
Isn't that right, witch?
Did he just say witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
I do.
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
And there you have it, people. There you have it. I did not enjoy that fight. That was like nothing. I need more. Give me more. Like, I mean, more combat would be very, very nice right about now. I didn't even get to use Venti's burst yet, and I only like took down, I don't even know how many enemies.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the Abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
Don't worry.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
He's the doctor. He's behind all of this.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
I want to punch him in the face.
Let's move on.
Next memory. Continue exploring. Do we need to go through this whole thing again? Oh no, never mind. I thought now we need to go through the whole process now again. Going through the elevator. Just so that we can go fight Scaramouche. Are we gonna fight Scaramouche? Please tell me we're gonna fight the boss. Oh, that'd be so nice right now. I mean, my Venti might die again, but at least we would have a nice boss fight.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the difference of life in the human realm is human? Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of...
10 years you were
I've seen
considered
enough of
human.
my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
What are you saying exactly?
Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Mm-hmm. Is this the true meaning of created Lord of the words? A person can't erase themselves, and even though the original bad idea is gone, the person will live in his place. Very, very, like, complicated stuff right there. I mean, it makes you eat on your knowledge and question everything. Like, really. I don't know. It's like a really strong thing to be considering. A person's sins in a part of their
I've always
destiny
felt to
too.
have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well.
And
since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Oh wow.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright?
Here we go.
No way!
Here we go, baby.
Hey! Are you done yet?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
What is this? Good and evil just connecting now all of a sudden? I like it.
This is trying my patience.
Wait, we play as him?
You got any more stupid questions?
Ow.
Insignificant pest!
Squall Fury!
Nice. Nice.
Churn!
The wind rises.
At my command, you shall fall.
Ouch. How nice of you to electrocute the floor, my dude.
You dare to gaze upon me?
Like, why? Okay, I get it that we had to play a Scaramouche, don't get me wrong. I get it, but everlasting Lord of Arcane
Imbecile.
Wisdom.
Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
I take that as a yes.
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
Cool.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self.
How do you know? That's weird.
But it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
The past will catch up with you.
You sound like you're concerned about me.
Yeah, not really.
But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Okay. Not gonna question that. I'll try and not question it, but it worked. No special chest. Nothing. Nada. Aww. No special chest. We've been almost streaming for 3 hours. I can't believe we almost been streaming for 3 hours. Guys, if you've been with us so far, please do drop us a like. Please do drop a like. Doesn't hurt anybody. It
Welcome
really
back,
doesn't.
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey.
Yes,
Paimon's
we did.
exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
Venti's a boy. Wait, what? How do? Oh yes, you AR-11. Venti's a boy. You won't go up out of there anymore. Yeah.
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Let's call it a tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal. You weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy.